Hi everybody. First things first, I'm going to see if I can find myself on the Elizabeth Craft Designs page. Let's see. Oh, here I am. Yes. Hi, Kiana. Hi, Tracy. Evening. Just have to wait a little bit to be sure everybody is coming in. Hi Anna, hi Carrie, hi Robin, hi Patricia, hi Aranka. Maybe just have to wait a little bit to tell your good news of the day. I already saw it on the Facebook group, but we promised to let everybody know during the live, so I will tell everybody. That lollipop is so cute. Thank you. Hi Viv. Hi Mieke. Well, I see a lot of people already came in. So I just saw Aranka coming in, and I actually saw on the Elizabeth Craft Design page that she won the 100 euro gift certificate that was given away for people who shared their flip through of the Journal Your December journals. So super cool, and I think Aranka knows how to spend that gift certificate, so it's it's going to be no problem finding a lot of cool stuff. Hi Nadine, hi Els. Els, I already told who won the gift certificate because Aranka was already watching together with us. So, and I saw her sharing the good news on Facebook as well. So that's super fun. I actually don't know, was there another winner of another gift certificate, because I didn't see who won that. So Els, if you would like to mention that, if you can. And for today, you already see my yellow traveler's notebook here. I'm going to work in that. My December journal is completely filled, and I used the gray with the green pocket for December, and now it's time to use this, and actually this is my favorite color. I really love it, and I'm really happy to work in here. If you are joining Ilse and me at our journal with us workshop, it's not actually a workshop, it's a place for free content actually. So it's called Journal with Us. For the people who don't know about it yet, you can find it on our websites. We will post a link, or maybe Ilse can post a link if she is here as well. And it's just monthly free content, and we get a lot of questions every time that we post, because everybody thinks it's only for Dutch people, and the texts are in Dutch. That's true, but all the process videos are with music, so you won't be bothered with us talking Dutch during the process video. So we think it's fun to watch, even if you're from America or from another country and don't speak Dutch. You can follow along with us. And for Journal with Us, I started this journal, and you see all the colors, because we have 12 prompts in a year, and it's all about the colors of the rainbow. And that's why I made this front page with a shaker with the little color wheels on there. And of course, this is our stamp set. And then this is our paper from a previous collection. I'm keeping in some of the Journal with Us cards in here, and this was my page I did for Journal with Us the month of January, because the prompt of the month of January is indigo, and I started with that, and then I thought it would be nice to keep on working with that indigo theme a little bit more in this month. So you will probably see more blues, and then in the next month I will change it up to another color. So these were the next pages that I made, and now I'm going to work on this part. And all I did was, this is from our summer special collection, and that's the pocket. And oh, I see Ilse already put in the link. Thank you, Ilse. And I can announce the $50 gift certificate from Friday. Will not, if not, I will announce to on Wednesday. Oh, okay. You have so much to learn, Leo. Hi, Ruli. A little bit out of, yes, I see, Stephanie. Thank you for mentioning. Journal a little bit down. I'm going to put it a little bit down. Like this. I always try to take it as close as I can, because that way you can see what I'm doing, but then I have to make sure that you're in focus. You see my legs. Well, luckily I'm wearing pants, so that shouldn't be a problem, but I can shift it a little bit. Let's see, because it's a little bit delayed always, so I have to see if I did it enough, just a little bit more. Thank you, Angelique. Screen looks fab for me. Thank you, Belinda. Is that a Traveler's Notebook? Yes, it's a journal in Traveler's Notebook style. So that means we have the elastics in there. Each of our notebooks have 3 elastics to put your inserts behind, and then the complete, this is the complete notebook with the outside elastic. So what I did was I made an insert for my first elastic. I actually have to stitch this one, and I used a little bit of jeans because that fits with the indigo, and then I cut out all kinds of paper. This is from our Mystical Winter collection, and as you can see, this is the die from our summer special set. I really still like using that in my inserts, because I really like the size difference in inserts, so you don't have the same sizes for all your pages. This is of course an old book page that got a little bit stuck, and this is the home pocket page. This is a picture I printed today. I just have to glue that still, and then I can journal on that. And what I did to prep this is just some paper I had in my stash, and I already stitched it, so I can glue it in very easily for this page. And now I have to look if I like and share. I'm not missing something. I like to, yes, love the variation of the pages too, Belinda said. Yes, because that's just, for me, it's fun to flip my journal and see the different sizes. And what I did on this page, I prepped that with a watercolor base, a transparent watercolor base, so it takes my watercolor a bit more easily, because this is really an old book, and sometimes it just tears. It just tears easy, so I prepped it with a little bit of watercolor ground, and I always use the one from Daniel Smith. So before I'm going to work on the rest, I'm going to glue in this pocket. That's also, of course, part of the journal of the summer special, because in that set you had that straight pocket, this one, and you also had the diagonal pocket that's on this I die cutted it out of vellum this time. Let's see, like that. And now I just used this paper, but I'm actually mostly going to work on this page using some modeling paste. But if I want to do this page later on, then I might, it might be handier if I already glued it. Yes, and the pockets also can be used on your normal pages, of course. So it's a very versatile die set, that is. So, like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use this stencil because I'm going to work with modeling paste on this page, and then I'm going to work on top of it with a watercolor, and that's why I use the watercolor ground. Of course, you don't have to. You also can work with the watercolor directly on the old book page, but that just will give a little bit of a different effect than when you use the watercolor ground. So I'm just going to scrape some of my modeling paste through my stencil like that. Oh, that was fun. Just like that, and just a little piece here. And it doesn't have to be all that neat because I'm going to put some more mixed media layers on top of that. Just going to wipe this off like that. So now I'm going to use my heat tool to dry this because I of course want to work on it with watercolors, and we don't have that much time. Oh, I missed something. Gary wil ik ook van daarop blijft het, denk ik. Zo cool. Werkt. Transparent gesso. No, it's watercolor ground is something different than a transparent gesso because gesso is an acrylic based product. So it will resist watercolor. You can use it, but you will get a different effect because actually it will resist your watercolor. Watercolor will lay on top of it. The watercolor ground is to make your paper look like a watercolor paper. So it has a little bit of roughness in there, so your watercolors actually will stay on it better. So that's the difference between an acrylic-based product and a watercolor ground. It's a special gesso for watercolor. I haven't heard of watercolor here in the US. Well, Belinda, actually Daniel Smith is a US-based brand, I thought. So Daniel Smith should be available in the US. But it isn't that commonly sold by hobby shops. Mostly it's for art supplies. I think it's dry enough. Someday I'm going to try to do an art journal, Jackie. Yes, you should try. It's so much fun. Are you a card maker, Jackie? Where do you buy it? No, Claudia. I don't think Judith has that. She has some Daniel Smith colors, but you should try another store. Yes, watercolors. Just going to take my watercolor palette. I'm going to use an indigo. As I already told you, I'm going to try to use a lot of blue colors in the first pages of this journal. I'm just going to take one of my brushes, and what I like to use is a paint brush for my backgrounds that holds a lot of water. So I mostly take these kind of soft aqua brushes because they hold a lot of water. I really like that. And then I just dip it in my watercolor palette, activate the color, and then I'm going to put it on there. And as you see, the watercolor sticks to that paper really nicely, and the modeling paste acts as a resist because that's an acrylic paste product. Is it called watercolor ground? Just a new term to me. It's probably available here. I just haven't seen it before. Always learning. Oh yeah, yes, Ilse already replied. It's called watercolor ground. I love the watercolors of Elizabeth Croft Design. Sorry, missed your question. Yes, you said I'm going to art journal, and I was wondering if you are a card maker, because sometimes people find it difficult when they are used to making cards to switch to like making art journals or art journal style pages, but you can use actually a lot of the same techniques that you use for cards. As you see, have you seen Anita going all out with our art journal line? She makes the most beautiful pages, and completely in her own style, and that's so much fun to see all the designers with all their own styles. And of course you can see it in some of the workshops, because I saw Suzanne is one of our design team members. She's doing a workshop with our window die, and she shows you all kinds of ways to use that window die, so that's really fun as well. I'm just diluting my watercolor here a little bit because I want to see it there, but just not that bright. So now this has to dry, but because we want to work on top of it, I'm going to dry it with my heat tool. The watercolors dry better, and I think they dry more beautiful when you let them dry on air, but we just don't have the time for that now. Hello, late to the party. Welcome, Elizabeth. You are also telling love your videos. Oh, thank you, Belinda. And of course my watercolor dries darker because of the darker colored background. It's not a white paper, of course, so that's why you get a little bit of a darker paint color, more dark than you would have when you use a white background. Just going to, when it's dry, you can build up a little bit of the color intensity by dipping your brush into the pigments again and then layering it on top of your paints. Then just going to add a little bit more of the splatters, and now I'm going to dry it again. Hi Lisanne, hello Donna. And as you know, we are really big watercolor fans, but if you don't like using watercolors, you can do the same thing in your backgrounds with like the inks with like distress oxides, and you just do the packaging technique on there, and you will get a really cool effect as well. So you don't have to use the watercolors, of course. You can use whatever coloring instrument. If you want to use acrylics, that's really cool as well. I have seen Ilse using some more of the acrylic paints, and that's really pretty. Hi Joy, I love you are having another conversation, so I don't have to mind that. What I have here is a heavy body gesso, and I'm just going to wipe a little bit on there, just with my fingers. You can use a brush, but I really like using my fingers and just get it a little bit more, just lighten it up a little bit here and there, so it's not that dark and not only one color, you see. And then it's picking up a little bit of my watercolor because that wasn't completely dried, and I really just like playing with the paints. And I like using my fingers for that. And when you hit, of course, the stenciling, it will come a little bit more raised, so you can see that as well. Here you have a little bit more of the blues because it's lighter now with the acrylic paint. And this is how I make some of my mixed media backgrounds. We're going to add a little bit more layers on there, not finished yet. Just wiping my finger a little bit. I always have like dirty hands when I'm done playing with my journal. Yes, mix and match with different kinds of mediums, or white acrylic, water, and let it drip. So yummy. Yes, I like the dripping, and I'm actually going to use some of the acrylic inks to do that. Just letting this dry a little bit. And what Ilse mentioned was like dripping with acrylics, and I actually really like using acrylic inks for it. It's acrylic based, of course, as the name already tells you, but it's just a thin, it's not so thick as a acrylic paint, so you can already see it's really thin, so you can use that. And I really like splattering with that because it's just so easy to splatter with, but I also like using it like on the top of my page like this, just adding it there, and then taking the brush with a lot of water and just let it run over your page, just like that with the drips. That's just so much fun, isn't it, Ilse? It's making happy things. Acrylic ink is perfect. Yes, been out of the loop with workshops and all. Been in my bed for most of the time last 2 months, hope to get back into the swing of things. Yes, I hope so too. Really neat effect. Drips are yummy. Yes, Joy, they are yummy. Just have to take a little bit of, and then just hold a little cloth underneath and you just shake it off. And then I'm going to dry a lot with my heat gun because I do want my layers to dry before I'm going to splatter with the white, because I don't want that splatters to fall into the water, because then they will dilute, and I want for the really splatter good splattery effect. I just want my ink and to be on there by itself and not fall into some water puddles. What was the product you used that is white and you rubbed it onto the paper? That was a heavy gesso. I used this one from Finnabair, but you can use all kinds of products, and I could have used my modeling paste for that. It would have given the same effect, to be honest. So you don't need all different products. Now I'm just taking some of that acrylic ink on my brush, and I'm just going to splatter it. Be careful with splattering, of course. You don't want your laptop in sight when you're doing this, because, or maybe you just don't mind getting splatters on everything, but just be mindful when you're splattering. From Colorado, a little bit late. Hello, Daniel. After the live, you can of course watch everything back that I did. And after I do the white splashes, I will do some black, because I really like black splashes as well. So that's that. Now I'm going to take my black acrylic ink and do the same thing. Not the dripping, of course, because you can do that with black, but it will be so prominent on your page. So I'm just taking a clean brush. You don't have to use a wet brush for your acrylic ink, because it's already diluted a lot. It's not like acrylic paint. It's far more. Much thinner than that. So just going to use some black, and of course I get some splatters on there. I don't mind that in my journal. If you do mind, you can take a little piece of paper, put it behind the page you're working on, and then you won't get splatters all over the place. So let's try that. I splattered on my sunblush and he wasn't amused, but I liked it. Oh my god, I really find that amusing. I splattered my iPad last time during a live. Yes, I actually splattered my curtains once. I didn't think that was too much fun, because it was acrylic ink, and well, that brings me on to something different. Now I'm talking about curtains, is that I'm going to do some changes in my house for the next couple of months. So this will be my last live for now, and I will be back, I think, by the end of April with my lives. Just have to see how things will go, but we have some changes going on here in the house, with some personal stuff, and then I'm going to do some redecorating of some of my rooms. So I won't be able to go live because all my stuff will be everywhere. Easily could start selling an iPad splatter guard. That's a really cool idea, actually. So finished this part for now, and what I'm going to do is just want to let you see how you can easily get a mixed media effect by using our washi tapes, because now I did all this mixed media fun over here, and here I used some paper. But if you have seen our washi tapes, of course they are with a mixed media background. So if you want to just make it easy on yourself, sometimes we have to do that with all things COVID going on, and you just have a little bit of time on your hands only to create, and we don't have hours and hours. Then you just have to good luck, we will miss you, thank you. I will be back, of course. Must show us your redecorated rooms. Yeah, maybe I will sometimes on my Instagram account, but can't show all your stuff on socials because that's not safe anymore. That's just so sad, isn't it? But with all things going on, you just have to make it easy on yourself sometimes. And now you can really make your life easy with these washi tapes, because with these washi tapes it looks like you have done a lot of work with mixed media, and then you only had to stick on some of these tapes. You use a lot of the washi tapes, really? Yes, that's correct. You must stay safe. Yes. But they actually I'm going to get some new doors with new locks and everything, so I think I will be safe after they put those in. So just taped those in there, and now I have the blue coming back on this page as well. So that's, I really like that how that works. So I have some pictures that I'm going to put in there. I see now that I need some more washi, because else you won't see that washi behind that picture. So just a little bit more of the washi tapes. I have to say I use the blues a lot because I really like those. Like that. That's cool, huh? I love this idea indeed. Yes, we just have to use these products of ours, right, Ilse? Just like that. Let's see. I already prepped this picture because I just didn't want to use my sewing machine during the live. So what I did, I took this picture, I took some ribbon and some cheesecloth, and I just stitched that on there. So I want to make it on this page like this, and then I want to make this picture on here. It's all homeschooling pictures because that's life right now as we know it. And I also die cutted these numbers. Still love these numbers from Esther's Planner Essential Collection. So that will go on there. This will go on here. And I also die cut it. Ready to use 2 bucks of washi. Ah, me too. Me too. Love the washi tape to the point I almost need an intervention. You never have enough washi tape. Looks amazing. Charlene, thanks you, Renata. It's from Elizabeth Croft Designs. The washi tape, yes, it is from Elizabeth Croft Designs. Charlene might take a break from lives, but not from designing. Seen something already. Oh no. I really no, I'm not not taking a break from designing. It's just that doing lives, and I have to have my setup with my lights and with all boxes going through all my house. I just don't have the space to do the lives, and probably just don't have the energy as well with my son and homeschooling, and I do work. This is not my job, so I also have to work, and all that is taking up a lot of time. Work is such it's just such a thing. It's just a shame, yeah, that it has to be done. So I really thought this would be cool like that. And now I think, I might need some orange splatters as well, but I don't have my orange. I don't have my orange paint in here, like close by. Maybe I will add some orange splatters later, just to see that color back in the background. Might add that, but you will see that on the picture that I will share of my finished project. Of course, I think I will do it like this. And then I still have this. This is in our home pocket die, the pocket that I showed you in the beginning of this live. And I really like that cross-stitched die just for backgrounds. You can easily tear some pieces and then you just can use it as a layer in your background, and I really like the effect of that. So just to use it like this with the cross stitching, that's cool. No, read, yes. You're such a tease. Yes, we already did some things, yes. So, and that's, I'm really happy with the things we already created. Just a couple more things to do, right, Ilse? But we will get there. It's in these times with kids and homeschooling, it just takes a little bit more time, but we will get there. Just going to glue that on there, and then I'm going to take the picture, I'm gluing it on there, and that's probably all I'm going to do with this. Oh, I have the 4 as well, so I might, where do I want that to go? Maybe just can do it here like that. That's better, huh? I think I need my stapler. I haven't used my stapler yet. That's not right. So let's get that out. Because we really like our staples, of course. We just have to use it in the lives. So I think this works out better. Yes, it does. Yes, now we have to breathe in and breathe out and make some fun things. Yes, but no, I'm out of my camera view. Sorry. But in these times you just have, maybe it's the same for you guys, don't know of course your personal situations, and it doesn't actually really matter, but for everybody things are so different and everybody has their own stuff going on in their private lives, and you just don't have that much time. And as you see with this kind of journaling, and especially when using our washi tapes for backgrounds, you just don't need that much of time. You just use a few dies and your pictures and you're ready to go. Just don't pressure yourself too much about making really difficult projects and working for hours and hours on a spread, because sometimes that's fun and of course you can do that, and if you have the time, just take it and relax and have fun. But if you don't have that time, just don't make it too difficult on yourself. Just have fun and use the time that you have got, and try to make simpler journal pages. Just see what you can do with limited supply. So just take some of your dies, and die cut them up front and use those. Don't go looking for your stash for hours for that one perfect thing. Just use it, and you will see that you will get really creative with the things that you have by hand. And then the next week you take some different supplies and then you make some layouts with that, and that way you will get round using all of the things you have in your craft room, but you don't get overwhelmed. So maybe that's something that comes in handy right now. So fun on these pages. My eyesight is not good. I have a hard time seeing the 4 on the dark blue. Time to go to an eye doctor. You know, I think that's because of the lightning in my craft room, because in real life you can easily see it. Probably when you see the pictures that I take after the live, then you will think and see it way better. And of course, if you don't like it, you can do a lighter background in your journal and try that, just with some white paints behind it. That will be fun. Like this, and just glue it, because I made this collage and then I'm going to stick it down in one time, just like that. Now only thing I'm missing here is like a word or a quote, and you can use quote stickers, of course, or you can stamp words and then cut them out. And I really like using little elements from shrink foil, as you know, if you have already seen my live videos before. So what I did was, one of my stamp sets, I did one of my first stamp sets for Elizabeth Craft. I have all these words, like journaling words, and I used the word remember, and I'm going to use that on this page, and I just have to shrink it. And now, oh, here's my Sizzix tool, just getting some room like that. I'm going to use this to shrink it. Again, thank you, Ingrid. We'll ook nog doen charms making. How old are your children? I have one boy, Dorothy. He's 8. But I have been a single mom now since August of last year. So we all have to get used to that situation. And then working and adjusting to the new situation. We just need some time for that, but we will be absolutely fine. Just giving it some room to shrink. Now the back. It's hot. And when it doesn't shrink anymore, just make it go flat. It just looks like magic. Those pages. Okay, some love for single mama. Thank you, Els. So I have that remember, yeah, and that's, I really like those elements with the shrink foil, and you can use Sue Smith's designs. Her stamps are really cool for that as well. In my last live you can see me working a lot with shrink foil, so if you missed that, it's actually on the Elizabeth Crafts Designs YouTube channel now. I know what you're doing. I need to see better. My glass prescription. Oh, I needed to understand Ready to Chill alone as well years ago. Oh yes, I know I'm not alone, and I will be absolutely fine. So I think that's it. In this pocket, I'm just going to do a little journaling card, and then I'm going to put these pictures that I made as well on that day, because I want to make the pictures that I took on the 4th of January. I'm going to stick those in there. Just don't want to stick them out, just want to use the flap on that one. And then all I'm going to do now, just going to give this a little bit of an orange splatter, and then I think my pages are ready to go. When I splatter with the orange, I'm going to take a little piece of paper, so I'm just don't want to put any splatters, of course, on my picture, but when I put my hand like that, I'm just going to do it on there. And I will take a picture, and I'm going to probably post that later today or tomorrow, so you can see the finished result of my pages. So I hope you liked seeing these. Hope to give you some ideas on some quick journaling, and maybe you already joined us for journal with us. If you haven't, give it a look, give it a go, and maybe join us with the prompts. You don't have to see all of the videos, of course. If you just want to join us with the prompts, you can find those online as well. You can see all the prompts for the rest of the year, and you will have like a guideline for your journaling for the rest of the year. And this year it will be all about colors, because we just need some fun and some rainbows in our lives at the moment. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon, I wanted to say, but I will see you back in August. But before that time, you will of course see my designs, see our designs, and see spreads on Facebook and Instagram, because I'm not taking a break. I'm just not doing a live session soon. So see you again. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day or a nice evening, and bye bye.